Mysskin was very protective of all his team, and especially the girls on the team. There were very few of us girls. But while I was working on it, I felt like it made me go like zoop inside, like somewhere in this. And I was doing something. Suddenly on the mic, he said, "Che, chee," or something like that. My frame has never looked more beautiful. I'm the guy who likes shit. What is this?
So, Aditi எப்படி வந்து scripts வந்து pick பண்ணுவாங்க நாங்க தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாமா?
Instinct. If I see myself in the script, like I literally like visualize the story, and if I visualize myself in it, I'm there. Also, it's the director, honestly.
Okay. இந்த படத்துல ப்ளே பண்ண அந்த particular role உங்களை இம்பாக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கா? எந்த மாதிரி நடந்துச்சு?
I think like Mysskin sir, because he works very metaphorically, so on the surface of it, it's a mystery thriller, but actually it kind of makes you go into yourself, into like deep within yourself, and it actually makes you very uncomfortable, and it makes you realize how important it is to be kind, generous, loving, etc., etc. So you see, I'm one of those actors. I'm a director's actor, and I'm very like action, cut, and cut. I'm just jumping around. But in this particular movie, I didn't have too much time to jump around because I was constantly in some. I was constantly in some hill.
Okay.
So yeah, so it was very different for me.
Okay. So, most challenging shot in the movie?
See, if I tell you what it is, then I'll tell you too much. I don't want to tell you anything about the story, but there's a whole portion where basically Mysskin sir, and I just said this earlier also, it's like Mysskin sir is very protective of all his team, and especially the girls on the team. There were very few of us girls, plus then I'm an actor, so very protective of us and very caring. But when you're in front of the camera, it's like you can be dying, but he's like, now you go through it. So though that portion was very tough for me, but I'm so happy that he didn't make it easy for me. He let it be difficult, and he let me go through it. So then I used to literally want to cry. I wanted to like just keep having a bath. I was just constantly uncomfortable, frustrated, sometimes angry, sometimes scared, but I'm happy he didn't say ayo pavam, let's make it easier for her. He was like, he just went about shooting. So I think that's really good, and that was hard. It was hard for me, but I like challenges, so I appreciate that he let me go through it.
Okay. உதயநிதி கூட நடிச்ச அந்த அனுபவம்.
So he and I the film is such that everybody crosses paths in a particular way. Okay. But we all were on set a certain periods of time. I think every actor on this film, I found it very easy to sort of gel with them, work with them, whether it was Nitya or Udaynidhi's talent. We didn't have many scenes together, all of us, but it was good working with them. Very professional, very quiet. But the person who actually I worked with the most was Raj, who's a new actor.
Okay.
And he has been training with Mysskin sir for 5 years. He's been with Mysskin sir, with his team, working on this character. Mm-hmm. So it was quite amazing, actually watching him work, because he's new, but so committed. He was never away from set. He was always on set, whether it's his shot, somebody else's shot. So that's a big thing to appreciate, in somebody. So yeah, he's the new actor to look out for in this. The rest of us you've seen.
Okay.
Mysskin sir was a director who was on my wish list. Like I was telling you, like the first thing I look at is the director, then I hope that the script will be good. It's ulta.
Okay.
When I say amazing, it was like, it was like you want to know, okay, next what happens, next one, because it's a thriller mystery. But while I was working on it, I felt like it made me go like zoop inside, like somewhere in this very weird place that I didn't know. Because the way Mysskin sir thinks and his content is totally unlike me. I'm like this happy monkey, believes in love, believes in romance, fairy tales. Blah, blah, blah. I'm one of those. I believe there's a unicorn standing outside over there, like I'm like one of those. This is like twisted. So it was such a different space for me, but I really, really enjoyed working with him. And when I say enjoyed, it's a combination of being frustrated, wanting to scream, wanting to like stop myself, wanting to run away from set, but at the same time being like, oh my god, this is such an amazing challenge that I want to run away, but I'll be here and I'll do it. And that's what I enjoyed about it the most. And I feel like Mysskin sir is one of those directors where you can fight with him. You can tell him to his face that he's driving you crazy. But at the same time, he'll tell you something so interesting that you'll be like, okay, come, I'll do it. Yes, 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 come on, I'll do it. You'll be like, I want to kill him, but yes, I'll do it. It's like that. So it's yeah, yeah. It's like that kind of thing. And I find that very. Then after he's tortured you, he'll feed you. Ma, what would you like to eat? Crabs. Crab. I want to eat crab. There'll be 85 million different types of crab and prawn and whatever, and then he'll feed you. So he's very like loving like that. So I really, really, it was very challenging and very cool working with him. And I always say this, like Mysskin sir, you give him. I'll tell you one very funny story about him. One of the first few days that I worked with him, so Mysskin sir doesn't usually
Keep the frame here.
yeah, the frame is full usually. It's not here. So one day I didn't know actually what the frame was because I never used to ask. And I was doing something, suddenly on the mic he said, "Che, chi," or something like that. And I was like, thought I was doing something. I was new that time on the set. I was like, what happened? Then he says on the mic, "My frame has never looked more beautiful. I'm the guy who likes shit. What is this?" And it was here. So when I went in, like I saw later what he was this thing about. I saw it was my close-up. And I was just like, I burst out laughing. But his way of complimenting was like, "Gee, my frame has never looked better. I don't like this. I'm the guy who only likes shit. I don't like beautiful frames." So I mean, like, it was like the way he thinks is so funny that you can't help but laugh. He'll make fun of you. He'll make fun of everybody on set. He'll make fun of himself. And then his shot will be
Dark.
scary. And he is joking off camera. So he's like that. He's great fun. Fully crazy, great fun.
Songs. Movies.
Again, one of those bucket list things where Ilayaraja sir doing the music, I never thought that I would get a film where he would, songs would be picturized on me that are Ilayaraja sir songs. Again, all of Mani sir's older movies where I've heard the music and Dalapati and, so many of those movies where I've just been like, wow, just to have a song like that picturized on you and all. And then it happened. So again, amazing. Then PC sir, again somebody whose work I've seen in Manisa's movies, the way he lights his heroines, incredible. Though actually PC sir's assistant finished the film, but PC sir started it. But same, no Shishyan, Guru, so same school. But it was really amazing.